Okay, I just heard you.
Get it.
Dogs are often thought to be especially sensitive to the paranormal, thanks to their keen senses and sometimes unexplainable behaviors. In a video sent in by Russell Robinson, who recently moved into a new home, this idea seems to be supported. Not long after moving in, his dog Missy began acting unusually. She would often fix her gaze down the dark hallway, her fur standing on end, barking intensely, and occasionally stepping back as if scared by something invisible. One day, while Russell was working at his desk, he heard Missy barking from the corner of an extra room. He decided to film what was happening, and this is the footage he captured.
Missy. 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 Missy, what is it? Missy! Get it. What is it? Get it.
As shown in the video, Missy appears to be focused on something in the corner of the room, something invisible that's making her bark and growl as if she's threatened. Could this dog be sensing something her owner can't see? A similar situation is featured on the YouTube channel Not Your Average Wife. The family in the video explains that they feel an odd presence in their basement, a place they generally avoid. Adding to the eeriness, their German Shepherd also refuses to go down the stairs to the basement, seemingly sharing the family's apprehension. Take a closer look.
All right, guys, I'm going to show you one of the reasons we hate this house. This is the stairway to my basement, and this is our beautiful German Shepherd, Catherine. She refuses to come down these stairs. Catherine, come on, baby. Come on, pretty. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Catherine. Come on, baby. Come on, Catherine. No, she won't do it. But to prove to you that it's not that she's just afraid of stairs, we've got two other sets of stairs in this house that she's perfectly fine to go up and down. And I'm going to show you. Please excuse this mess. This is basically my daughter's playroom. So, see these steps. Look, look. I don't even have to tell her to go up them. Come on, Catherine. Come on. She's not afraid of stairs, guys. She's just afraid of the basement stairs.
The dog is visibly terrified to even approach the doorway, much less venture down the stairs to the basement. It seems she might be sensing something down there that remains invisible to us. What do you think? Could these dogs be seeing a ghost? Let me know your thoughts. When you think of haunted places, a gym probably isn't the first place that comes to mind, but the video I'm about to describe might change that. The footage shows someone alone in a gym when something terrifying occurs. Emily Ruiz, who shared the video, said, "Words cannot explain this disturbing footage. The person in the video got the recording from the gym and shared it with a friend, whose voice we hear in the video. Here's what was captured."
Es que pasaron cosas muy extrañas, la madre. Hasta una máquina se movió. Vea, mire, explíqueme eso. Vea,
sí, eso
dos cuerdas y...
Yo
¿qué vas a ver, mami? Y la otra quieta, o sea, no podemos decir que es el aire, ni que hay ventilación, ni nada de esas vainas.
Eso es como
y en plena luz del día, ¿quién dice que estas maricadas pasan en plena luz del día? No. Mire, la luz. Mire, mire. Mire, ahí. Mira eso. Mira eso.
Uy, ¿eso qué pasó? ¿Por qué eso se mueve?
Esa vaina es pesadísima, eso es pesadísimo.
¿Sí?
Sí, parece eso es una energía muy mala.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Qué le pasó?
Mamá, mire.
No, Dios, no, no, eso no es normal.
Sí, yo sé
eso
que...
no es normal,
Sí,
no.
ya sé.
Those who have seen the footage find it deeply unsettling. At the beginning of the video, you might miss that someone or something is peeking at the person in the gym. Interestingly, another camera captured this scene from a different angle, showing that the gym has open windows. Some might think the wind caused the ropes to sway, but if that were the case, lighter objects like a towel on a box should have moved as well, yet they didn't. The movement of a medicine ball is also noted. Given its weight, a simple breeze couldn't move it. More perplexing is the scene where the person appears to be dragged across the floor. It looks like he's being pulled forcefully, which would be difficult to fake alone. There are also unexplained occurrences, like lights turning off. With these puzzling elements, I leave it to you to draw your own conclusions. What's your take on this footage? Growing up, we've all heard rumors about our schools being haunted, but imagine if it turned out to be true. It would be truly terrifying. In this instance, it's late at night, and two friends are hanging out in front of a school when they witness something that scares them. Daniel Guy shared the following video, explaining, this video was taken by a friend who was visiting his old elementary school with another friend. They left quickly after what happened. Here's what they captured.
Is that thing, dude?
Dude, I'm actually freaking out. I'm gonna... Dude, it gets more...
Dude, that thing looks like it's looking right at us like this. Like this. Look at it.
What the... Every time I move closer, it looks more and more like a figurine. I did not see that when we passed. What? Dude, okay. You know, yeah.
There seems to be a small child standing outside at night, but there's something off about it. It's weird and unsettling to see a child alone so late. Even stranger, the child doesn't move at all. It's completely still. It might be a doll, which would be even creepier. Imagine seeing a life-size doll standing alone in the middle of the night. It's enough to send anyone running back home. But what do you think? Could this have been a life-size doll, or was it something else? It's up to you to decide. Tunnels often have a reputation for being haunted, largely because many have historical backgrounds such as being old war zones, sites of tragic events, or parts of neglected infrastructure. These historical elements can add to the sense of mystery and ghostly tales associated with them. The next video, uploaded by Steve Ballard, was filmed in the Grainford tunnels. These tunnels were initially constructed to protect the Thames from French naval threats and were used during both World Wars before being decommissioned in 1956. Given their extensive history, it's quite plausible that these tunnels could be haunted. The video is brief, so make sure to watch closely towards the back of the tunnel.
Breakthrough down here.
As Steve moves his flashlight around, highlighting the details of the brick wall, he captures something unexpected.
Shadow figure at Grain Fault. Show itself just there. This is being played about half speed. Now watch. Now. You see it?
In the darkest part of the tunnel, a shadowy figure walks past Steve. The figure is tall, about the size of an average man, and might be wearing bulky clothing or a backpack. Could this be the ghost of a soldier from one of the world wars? As Steve shines the flashlight towards the figure, it disappears. It must be pretty frightening to come across something like this deep in the tunnels. What do you think? Could this be a genuine paranormal encounter? These creepy clips come from the TikTok account Original Smith 489. Original Smith says his house is haunted and has posted several unsettling videos. In the following clips, you'll see Original Smith relaxing at home when he hears a noise in his living room. He grabs his phone, starts recording, and goes to check it out. Original Smith hears strange noises coming from the living room, but there's nothing to see. Then, out of nowhere, a book flies off a shelf by itself. Freaked out, Original Smith leaves the room. But that's not the only creepy thing that happened there. Original Smith goes back into the living room. It's quiet at first, but then the bear on the chair starts moving on its own. The bear sits up, tilts, and eventually falls over. But that's not the end of the weird happenings. Loud knocking and banging sounds come from the basement door. The noise gets louder as Original Smith approaches, but when he opens the door, no one is there. He checks downstairs and finds nothing. As he heads back upstairs, the rocking chair is seen rocking back and forth on its own. If you were yelling at him not to open the door, brace yourself for what's next. Loud banging sounds echo from Original Smith's basement door once more. This time, he decides to ignore it and walks away. As he turns, the door unlatches and swings open by itself. It seems like something is trying to get him to go downstairs. In the next clip, he mentions that he started hearing his name being called while he was alone at home and decides to investigate.
Sake. I'm sick of it now.
Original Smith inspects the downstairs area of his home, but doesn't notice anything unusual. However, he soon hears a banging noise. When he returns to the kitchen, he finds one of the dining chairs on top of the table with a bear balanced on it. The fridge door, several drawers, and cupboards are all wide open. The activity doesn't end there. In the next clip, Original Smith appears to have caught whatever is haunting his home on camera. Pay close attention.
Door all morning. I'll just sit here and record it for a minute.
Original Smith records loud banging, scraping, and knocking sounds coming from his basement door. The handle is seen moving up and down. He goes to check but finds no one on the other side. When he heads downstairs, everything looks normal at first. However, did you spot it? As Original Smith turns to go back upstairs, a mysterious shadowy figure appears in the middle of the room, accompanied by a strange growling noise. TikTok viewers are spooked by these videos, with many believing his home is haunted by a poltergeist. What do you think? Did Original Smith capture real paranormal activity in his house? This video comes from the channel Paranormal Explorers, who went to investigate the supposedly haunted Hill House farm. They explain, while checking the English heritage listing, I found an entry for the 17th to 18th century gate pier at Hill House Farm in Blythe. I hadn't noticed it before, even though I must have passed by it many times. It's not easy to see from the road. Hill House Farm is unusual, with old farm buildings around modern beach leisure facilities. Let's see what they found that night.
I hear a scream up here. Yeah. Careful with the floor, Steve. I'm not going any further than here. Because of the floors. In there. It's proper bad. There's loads of stuff left. Yeah, I've got such a bad feeling standing here, mate. Yeah, proper. Look at that burner.
At this point, they record something they think might be paranormal. But they caught more than just that. They decided to go further into the building.
Yeah, right now, wants to communicate. Space radar.
Did you catch that? Let's take another look. They captured what looks like a shadowy figure on camera. What do you think? Is this a genuine paranormal sighting, or could it be something else? This next eerie video comes from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown. In it, Alex uses the Randonautica app, known for guiding users to unsettling locations. Alone, Alex tries out the app and ends up regretting it quickly.
You can't really see, guys, but that is where the location is in here. How spooky that looks, guys. Okay, guys, I'm literally walking up to it now. I'm not sure if you see that from there. It's a crypt, man. It's a legit crypt. Oh mate, church bells are going. I don't want to go in there, guys. I keep hearing talking. What? swear I heard someone scream. I don't want to go too far, guys. This place is just weird. There is a church just down there, but it's saying for me to stay is the pin is in this location I am now. It's just freezing cold. I'm sure I had a scream. You just feel like you're being watched. It's a spooky place. I'm pretty sure I had a scream. I was in the car, I'd knock on the door. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the?
As soon as Alex arrives at his Randonautica location, he feels uneasy. He soon finds himself at a crypt in an old graveyard. As he approaches, church bells ring and eerie screaming noises seem to come from the darkness, even though he's alone. Later, Alex spots a strange white object in the bushes and zooms in, revealing what looks like a pale face with black eyes staring directly at him. Terrified, Alex runs away. What do you think? Did Alex capture something paranormal at the graveyard? Who or what was staring at him from the shadows? Share your thoughts in the comments. A man named Pablo, along with his dog Draco, decided to explore some remote mountains in Cordoba, Argentina. During their adventure, they stumbled upon an abandoned church. Despite feeling an ominous aura emanating from the building, they chose to enter. Later, they returned at night, and this time, Draco was visibly more frightened.
Subiremos. ¡Draco! Draco, vení. Hey, vení. Vamos. No quiere entrar. Draco, vamos. Esto es insólito porque siempre me ha acompañado. Voy a tratar de seguir, y si realmente él no quiere avanzar, yo no creo que quiera seguir haciéndolo. ¿Y ese ruido? Draco, vení. Ahí ven como no quiere entrar, se aleja. Realmente me siento un poco nervioso, debería decirlo. Vení, Draco, vení. Draco, por fin subió. Vení. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué no querés estar acá? Vení. ¿Qué hay? Draco. Muchos dijeron peligro de derrumbe, pero está pasando otra vez. Esto, mira, estoy zapateando. Peligro de derrumbe no hay. Draco. Vení. Desapareció. Draco. Draco!
Pablo found out that the church has been abandoned for over 130 years, and its remote location suggests it might have a significant history, possibly explaining the negative energy they felt. As shown, Draco is even more terrified to enter the church at night. Could it be that he sensed something evil inside the building? What do you think? Haunted Forest Monsters posted a clip from his mom's workplace security camera. They had been watching the camera closely because of some strange sightings reported in the building and nearby parking lots. The footage was recorded on a dark, rainy night with no cars or people around, but something still moved. Here's what the security camera caught.
It comes from up there. Up there. See? It's right there. Yo, what the dude? And it just disappears. I know, I see it. Lose it?
In the middle of the parking lot, a ghostly shadow suddenly appears in the rain. The figure starts walking to the right, and you can almost see what looks like legs, giving it a human shape. Since the parking lot is empty, it can't be a reflection or shadow of anything. The camera follows the figure as it moves across the lot and then disappears. This sighting is unusual. The way the figure moves makes it seem more like a spirit than just a water drop or smudge on the lens. What do you think about this? In the Philippines, a couple moved into an apartment and soon regretted it. Shortly after settling in, they noticed their dog barking at the front door when no one was there. When the woman was home alone, she would hear knocking, as if someone wanted to come in. It didn't stop there. She also heard voices in the hallway, but whenever she checked through the peephole, there was no one there. On their floor, there was another apartment that had been empty for a long time, and no one knew why. They were the only residents on that floor, so the noises were a mystery. One night, she heard a little girl's voice in the hallway and saw her door handle shaking violently, as if someone was trying to get in. Seconds later, there was shouting, but she saw no one when she looked out. Frightened and puzzled, she decided to record what was happening. Here's what she captured. After several restless nights due to the eerie sounds, one late night while trying to sleep, she is jolted awake by a loud noise right outside her door. Terrified, she quickly gets out of bed and starts recording. What she captures is truly horrifying. She hears what sounds like a woman and a child screaming in torment, accompanied by banging on the hallway walls. Alarmed, she quickly alerts her husband and the apartment complex's security, urging them to watch the video to understand what's happening. When she shows the footage to the security guard, he starts to tremble and reveals that exactly 12 years ago, a woman and her 7-year-old daughter were tragically killed in the vacant apartment on their floor. The main suspect was the father, who allegedly murdered them and then fled, remaining at large to this day. This is why the apartment has been unoccupied for so long. Many believe that the spirits of the girl and her mother are trapped in the apartment, doomed to relive their tragic end until the perpetrator is brought to justice. Only then might they find peace. The next video comes from Southern Haunts, formerly known as Michael and Heather. After using a Ouija board, they began experiencing creepy paranormal activity in their old home. Although the activity seemed to stop eventually, it started up again after they moved to a new house. One night, hearing strange noises, they decided to investigate. Check it out.
Hey, Annabelle. I'm introduced her.
Do you hear that?
There's nothing here.
Sounds like a ping pong ball, and some bangs can be heard around the house, but when they check, nothing is found. We'll have to wait for more updates on the house. Whether it's real or not, the final judgment is up to you. The Museum of Shadows, located in Plattsmouth, Nebraska, USA, is a 2-story museum known for its collection of over 3,000 haunted artifacts from across the globe, making it one of the most haunted museums in the world. Each item in the museum carries a heavy historical significance and a deeply disturbing aura. However, the most unsettling presence is attributed to a doll named Ada, believed by many to contain a powerful spirit. Ada is considered one of the most intense entities in the museum, often compared to the infamous Annabelle doll. Both museum staff and security cameras have documented eerie movements of this doll, capturing footage as unsettling as what you're about to see. This is just one of several videos showcasing the powerful and horrifying presence of Ada, the doll, captured on camera. Without a doubt, there seems to be something inside this doll that remains beyond our understanding to this day. This unusual footage was captured by CCTV cameras at the Rockin' Jump Play Center in Mount Kisco. Employees had been noticing strange occurrences at their workplace, doors opening on their own, lights flickering, and objects moving mysteriously near them. To find answers, they reviewed the CCTV footage, but what they saw only made them more uneasy. First, the footage shows silks moving on their own, followed by dodgeballs rolling mysteriously. In the next clip, a coat rack moves across the floor on its own, rolling through a door as the staff watches in fear. That night, a chair flies off a table and moves across the floor, prompting the employees to flee. Another camera catches a stack of bottles flying off the shelves and crashing to the floor, scaring the employees even more. Finally, a yellow mop bucket is seen moving on its own while cleaners work nearby, leading the staff to rush out of the area. Some TikTok skeptics suggest that Rock and Jump Mount Kisco staged these events for publicity, but the employees and many others believe the footage is genuine. What do you think? Is this real paranormal activity or just a stunt? The image you see on the screen comes from a security camera in a hospital recovery room. The person who shared it claims it's the ghost of a patient who recently passed away in that room. Take a look and decide for yourself if that's what it really is. What do you think it is? At first, it might look like a reflection or a small insect. However, the original poster suggests that it shows some sort of intelligent movement. Personally, I think it might just be dirt or an insect. But what do you think? Consider what the OP said about its intelligent movement. These unsettling videos were posted on the TikTok account Alexikai. Carlin had been woken up by strange noises in the early morning for several nights, but couldn't record them. One night, she decided to fake being asleep to capture the sounds on camera. She ended up recording much more than she expected.
Facundo, levántate, por favor. Levántate.
Carlin is woken up in the middle of the night by the sheets moving at her feet. Then, a frightening noise makes her look at the door, where something with long dark hair briefly peeks in before quickly disappearing. In the next clip, Carlin is awakened at 4 a.m. by her dog barking non-stop. She goes to check it out and captures what happens next. As Carlin steps outside, the dogs can be heard whimpering and barking. At first, everything seems normal, but if we brighten the video a bit, a disturbing shadowy figure can be seen standing still in the darkness outside her house. Carlin notices it and quickly backs away. In the next clip, Carlin is in her bedroom watching TV when she hears strange noises coming from downstairs. She grabs her phone and goes to investigate.
Hola, gente. Otra vez el ruido ese. Poco estoy haciendo compañía hoy, pero ya estoy sola. Todo el día se escucha un ruido de abajo. Y la verdad que no sé. Ay, la con olor a algo ahí. Sora. Sora, subí. Nera.
As Carlin nears the top of the stairs, the camera starts to blur, revealing a pair of hands moving unnervingly at the bottom of the staircase. Carlin rushes down to check but finds no one there. TikTok viewers are scared by these eerie videos from Lexikai, with many thinking they're real and advising her to move out immediately. What do you think? Is this paranormal, or is it all staged for views? Drenna and Mike's Paranormal Adventures posted this video where they, along with a friend, explore an abandoned home where a murder took place. They begin setting up their equipment for the investigation, and during their time there, it appears the spirits are very active.
What is my name? Do you know my name? Do you know any of our names?
Did you just touch me on my shoulder?
Shock said me.
What shoulder?
After about an hour of investigating, they head into the kitchen and capture this eerie footage.
The touch gave you chills, girl. I touch you in
Really? Hush. So special. Totally different type of chills.
What about this? Sound like maybe a screw being on the floor?
Oh, yeah.
And then that knock you heard.
Oh, yeah. I also seen the light flickers.
Yeah, the light flickers.
I had over now.
The camera pans across the room and captures a large, dark shadow figure in a dim hallway. Both of the other investigators are visible and not in that part of the room. So, what could be causing this shadow? Also, the camera struggles to focus several times, which is unusual when dealing with spirits. What do you think? Does this look like genuine paranormal activity? He expected it to be just another successful paragliding flight, something he often does, records, and shares on his social networks. However, this routine flight changed his life when he unexpectedly encountered something his mind could hardly believe. At first, he thought it was a bird, but as you can see, it turns out to be something quite different. This object moves forward without any visible engine or propulsion system. Could it just be a balloon at this altitude? What do you think it is? One thing's for sure, this will be a flight he'll never forget. A grandmother was home alone with her grandson when he accidentally captured something eerie on camera. The grandmother had given her phone to her grandson to play with, not realizing he was recording. It was only months later, while going through her phone, that she discovered the video. She writes, "This video shook me to my core. It disturbed me so much that I moved out 2 weeks after finding it. Even 2 years later, I still refuse to go back there. Watch the video closely, especially the background, or you might miss what was caught."
Let's change your butt. You smell like you poopied.
If no one else was home, then who or what was captured in the video? It's important to note that the grandmother's husband had his mother living in their house for nearly 6 years before she passed away. Some viewers suggest that the figure might be her ghost, but of course, there's no definitive proof. What do you think? Could it be a ghost, or is there another explanation? An urban explorer visited an abandoned temple that was once used by the Freemasons in 1985. By the mid-2000s, the building was deserted for reasons that remain unclear. Since then, the temple has been left empty. However, footage recorded by Christopher Hill suggests it might not be completely abandoned after all. As Christopher heads to explore the basement, he captures something intriguing on camera. Make sure to listen carefully, or you might miss it. A voice that sounds like someone saying, "Hey," can be heard in the footage. It's possible that this voice came from outside, so it's not certain if Christopher really caught something paranormal. However, what happens next could be the strangest and most terrifying encounter Christopher has ever had. In the basement of the temple, he captures the following.
It's really sad that they let this historical place fall apart like this. Damn, man, that's crazy.
A dark figure seems to enter a room and then gradually disappear. Here's an enhanced version for a clearer view. It's possible that a squatter was hiding and the figure appeared to fade away because of the camera's quality. However, when Christopher checked inside, no one was there, and there are no doors through which someone could have escaped. If nothing was inside, who or what was this figure? Christopher hasn't explained the encounter yet, so it remains a mystery. Whether it's a ghost or not, it's definitely unsettling. Arthur Cruz posted a video where a mall security guard hears noises from a stockroom in a store that's rumored to be haunted. The guard checks it out and sees something inside. This is seriously creepy. All the dolls seem to be making noise. Arthur thinks the haunted store might be causing it, but it's also possible the dolls are sound activated and went off when one of them triggered. But if that's true, how did the first doll start? You decide if it's haunted or not, but it's definitely unsettling. Genevieve Mary was filming her daughter when something really creepy shows up on the video. Genevieve says, "I heard my daughter talking to someone, so I asked her about it, but I didn't notice it until I watched the video. It was just her and me at home. Check out the background closely in the video. You might miss something if you don't."
Lorelei, come here. Lorelei, who are you playing with? What are you doing? What?
In the video, it looks like someone or something is walking alongside Genevieve's daughter. This footage, from 2016, only recently caught Genevieve's attention and left her unsettled. It might seem like her daughter's shadow, but it looks taller than her. Shadows change shape based on light, but this figure doesn't distort or bend around the door in the background. It blocks it like a solid object. Genevieve is convinced it's not just a shadow, and many viewers agree. What do you think it is? Just a shadow or something else? Let me know your thoughts. Ghost hunter Crystal Luna visits an abandoned house and records something eerie. The house once belonged to an old lady who lived there all her life until she recently passed away. The building's appearance unsettles Crystal, but she pushes through her unease and goes inside. What she captured in the video surprised her. When she reviewed the footage, she noticed something she hadn't seen before. As Crystal approaches one of the house's windows, she captures this.
Quería pedir la presencia, es algo que he estado haciendo últimamente, pedir la presencia de este ser, de los seres que ya no están en este mundo, que ya están en el más allá.
a shadowy figure can be seen moving inside the building. Some viewers think it could be the old lady who lived there, while others suggest it might be a squatter. What do you think? Was it the old lady or someone else? Let me know your thoughts. This unusual event occurred in Mexico City, specifically in its subway system. Night workers began hearing disturbing screams during their shifts. No one believed them until this recording surfaced.
Solo se le acerca, se oye como ronca. Hace rato se oía más fuerte.
Sí, era bueno.
Many employees have tried for a long time to figure out where these screams are coming from, but they haven't found anything. Why are they heard? Where do they come from? Some think it might be old trains making these sounds, or that the screams come from outside and echo in the tunnels, making them sound distorted. The most unsettling theory is that the screams could be from accidents that happened there, with the sounds possibly being the spirits of those who died in those accidents, expressing their pain. The next video is from Tony Rogers' YouTube channel. One day, while Tony was getting ready for work, she noticed her dog behaving strangely, seeming scared of something. She started recording to see what was going on. This is what she caught on camera.
Okay, so Bailey, come here. She's acting really strange today. I don't know what's going on with her. What is it, Baze? I don't see anything. Bailey. What? What is she looking at? Bailey? What was that? Did you just hear that? Bailey. She keeps looking over here. I don't know what her deal is, but something's not right. God, what is that noise? Bailey, what is it? What the? Oh my God, did that chair just move? Oh my God.
The dog keeps looking in one direction, as if sensing something strange that isn't visible. Suddenly, the chair moves by itself towards them, prompting Tony to leave the room. This ghost video today is from the ghost hunting channel Midwest Ghost Hunter. Ian heads out into the dead of night to the reportedly haunted Vicksburg cemetery, alone, or so he thought.
Oh my gosh. This whole grave is in shambles. I'm sorry that your tombstone has been destroyed. What happened? Is it vandalized? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you. Holy crap.
As Ian asks if someone has vandalized the grave, a woman's voice whispers the word, yeah. Surprised by this, Ian decides to take out his K2 meter and ask more questions.
You don't have to be shy, ma'am. As I said, I'm just here to visit. I'm here with nothing but respect. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes right now, but that's okay. It's worth it. If I could just hear your voice one more time. Whoa. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I heard that.
Ian encourages the woman to speak again, and she responds, seemingly saying, "It's lonely here." After doing some research, Ian discovers that the grave belongs to Vesta Black Davis, who died in 1875 and lies buried there by herself. This might explain why she seemed eager to communicate, expressing her loneliness. Ian continues his exploration of the cemetery, believed to be haunted. As he examines the graves, he hears footsteps once more and decides to follow them.
Hello? I heard you walking again. I would really like to get to know you. Oh, it is so scary out here. You have no idea how freaky it is.
As Ian tracks the footsteps, his static infrared camera records a mysterious translucent figure moving behind him. But the identity or nature of this figure remains unclear. Ian then approaches a tombstone that people claim glows in the dark. True to the stories, he sees several glowing orbs floating around the grave, but the situation grows even stranger from there.
That one more time. Oh, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that? Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! That sounded like the fence. Did you just rattle this fence? If that was you, and you just rattled this fence, could you do it again? Whoa. Holy moly.
When Ian asks for more glowing orbs to appear, the fence nearby suddenly starts to rattle. Intrigued, Ian asks for the noise to be repeated, and eerily, the fence rattles again. Upon investigating, Ian finds out that the grave belongs to a little girl named Nanny. He continues to ask questions near her grave, and the atmosphere grows increasingly creepy.
Anybody else that's buried here? Whoa, I just heard your voice. Could you say it once more? Dude, oh my God, I just heard you again.
As Ian inquires whether anyone else is buried nearby, he hears the whisper of a little girl's voice saying the name Ida. Investigating further, Ian finds out that Ida was Nanny's sister, buried in the adjacent grave. Later on, around 3 a.m., Ian decides to take some photos at the grave, and the images he captures are astonishing.
No. Could you smile? All right, I'm gonna count to 3, okay? And I want you to pose for this photo. 1, 2, 3.
Ian decides to photograph the graves of the little girls, Nanny and Ida. In one of his photos, 2 ghostly figures that resemble little girls appear behind the fence, looking directly at Ian. However, in the following photo, these figures are completely absent. Ian's viewers were captivated by the footage, convinced that his experiences at Vicksburg Cemetery were genuine paranormal evidence. Ian describes his eerie experience that night as encountering 2 ghost girls in an old cemetery. What do you think? Did Ian really capture paranormal activity on camera at this supposedly haunted cemetery? Let me know your thoughts. This video features Italian paranormal investigator InQuoTV, also known as Restless TV, who gathers his closest friends for his first paranormal investigation at an abandoned children's asylum in Campania, Italy. The tall building has a tragic history. It was closed down after a child tragically died from falling from the top level. Since then, the asylum has remained completely empty.
Che cazzo era? Che cazzo era? No, io ho sentito qualcosa. Io ho sentito qualcosa. Ragazzi, ho sentito un... pure io, sì. Così.
Davvero?
Sì, magari penso di averlo ripreso, ragazzi. Penso di averlo ripreso.
Dio mio.
The Restless TV crew enters the building and starts climbing a staircase when they hear a faint voice of a child, but they can't determine where it's coming from. It's a very eerie encounter.
Ci sono tipo dei tronchi. Sì, tronchi grandi. Tipo in cerchio. Come se qualcuno stesse facendo un rituale. Sono stati messi da qualcuno sicuramente. Però non capisco il motivo perché non c'è nulla al centro, non c'è un segno, non c'è niente.
Ma mi sembra come se stato bruciato qualcosa sta vicino.
Ma che cos'è? È bambino che no? Avete sentito? Ma che cos'è? Ma che cos'è? È bambino che no? Avete sentito? Vabbè, ma non penso sia normale con tutta questa maceria. Credo. Non penso sia altra gente. Già l'ho sentito questo punto, sono altri 2 piani. Comunque un sacco di orve ci sono qui.
The Restless TV crew discovers several tree trunks arranged in a circle inside one of the vacant asylum chambers. As they explore, they hear the laughter of a young child and the sound of something heavy being thrown nearby. The situation becomes even more frightening when they spot a spooky figure standing in front of them in the shadows. They feel as though they are being repeatedly followed by whatever presence is there.
Ma non capisco se vogliono riprendere questo posto.
Allora, lì hanno barrato l'uscita.
Oddio, guardate qua. Ci sono un sacco di disegni.
It's certainly attention-grabbing. In one corner of a room, the same innocent-looking creature reappears briefly before vanishing completely. The Eno TV crew seem to be unknowingly followed from room to room, missing the enigmatic shadow figure each time. Could this be the ghost of the child who tragically passed away in the abandoned asylum? As always, I'll leave the final decision to you. UFOs are always a topic of interest, with many people curious about life beyond Earth. Here's one of 2 recent strange incidents involving UFOs that popped up online. It was recorded by an unknown source and shows what seems to be a puzzling UFO encounter. Following that, here's a video uploaded by Raining Ravens, who wasn't connected to the first uploader. He also spotted a similar strange object in the sky.
Not entirely sure what this is. I pulled over to the side of the road because I noticed that thing in the air. I can try to zoom in on it as best as I can, but yeah, it's not really clear what it is. It's not moving. It's kind of like suspended in midair. There is no string at all. There's no string underneath it. That's not a balloon. I don't know what that is, but you can see it. I'm gonna zoom in right there underneath it. There's no string whatsoever. And this thing is literally hovering above this community. Just like a black ball of something. I don't know what it is. Super weird. Wow. Very interesting. I'll zoom in one more time. Wish I had my flashlight on me, honestly. Yeah, it's not moving at all. That thing is stationary. Super weird. This is in the Mountains Edge area of Las Vegas.
Is it reasonable to think these were UFOs, maybe even alien spacecraft? They certainly look unusual, to say the least. JD, living in Chicago, has been encountering paranormal activity in his house since the solar eclipse began. He hears sudden sounds and finds objects moved without explanation. One day, he hears strange knocking from the bathroom, and here's what he captures.
It's just really been tripping me out. It's been doing this since the solar eclipse, I would say. And I don't really believe in ghosts. But this shit is really with me. Look at this. It just stops. There ain't nothing going on. Look. What the What the actual Bro, there's no way. Wait, I'm gonna be like, what the shit's really freaking me out, y'all. If you've ever seen anything like this before, please let me know. So I've been taking some of you guys' advice. I got my holy water right here. I'm gonna insert the holy water into my water gun. All right. And I got I'll just put it in the thing. I got the cross like you guys said, dude. I didn't really have any real wood, but see, the thing is, I don't even know if I'm actually hitting my op. Like, I feel like it's coming from over here. It don't do it when the door is closed. Like, it does not do it. I look stupid as oh my God. I need to get out the house.
After using holy water in the bathroom, things escalated, and now the knocking has turned into aggressive banging.
See it though, right? Y'all see that though, right?
His viewers suggest placing a camera inside the room to see what happens next, and here's what it captures.
What the fuck? I don't get it.
The banging sound persists despite nothing being there. JD expresses frustration with the noises and is uncertain about what to do or what could be causing them. A woman named Marley stopped at a remote motel in Alabama to find lodging after a long road trip. Suddenly, she noticed something very strange in one of the windows. She decided to record the scene and captured this. A dark figure can be seen acting strangely at the window. Viewers noticed its unusually large head and erratic behavior, opening and closing curtains while pacing back and forth in the room. Adding to the creepiness, when Marley asked the front desk about the room, she was told it's empty with no occupants. So, who or what is this figure? This clip is from the YouTube channel Denver Metro Protective Services. Denver Metro Protective Services is a security guard and patrol service that operates across the Rocky Mountain region. During a late-night shift, one of their guards captured this footage on his body cam.
I'm at site 422. This place definitely gives out some creepy vibes. I keep seeing shadows walking by. What the?
Did you notice it? As the security guard approaches the door at Site 422, a dark, shadowy figure can be seen watching him through one of the downstairs windows. Then, when the guard turns to the back of the property, a strange growling sound is heard just before he bumps into something invisible. Freaked out, the guard heads back to his car. This body cam footage left YouTube viewers unsettled, with many agreeing that guarding a haunted property is every security guard's nightmare. What do you think? Did this guard capture something paranormal on his body cam? Gotcha and Yasuke are YouTubers who visit haunted places. They recently went to a hidden village where someone had a strange experience. When this person showed up alone, an elderly couple told them to leave. The odd part is that no one has lived in that village for years. So, who were these people, real or ghosts? Gotcha and Yasuke decided to check out the village themselves to see if anything unusual happens. They ended up capturing something creepy on camera. Yasuke was alone while Gotcha was in another part of the village when this occurred. While Yasuke is exploring an abandoned house, something or someone seems to be hiding under the floor. Neither Gotcha nor Yasuke can explain it, but viewers are guessing it might be the ghost of a former resident. It could be pareidolia, where a face-like shape is just debris, but most viewers think it's a ghostly figure. Considering the strange encounter reported by someone who visited before them, they might be onto something. What do you think? Haunted or not? Let me know your thoughts. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Fourth Wall, featuring a haunted house known for its dark and tragic past. The entity inside was so powerful that it nearly wiped out an entire family, with 3 of the 4 family members losing their lives. To safeguard their 10-year-old son from the harmful spirits, his parents had locked him in the garage. Recently, an investigator visited the house to explore these supernatural claims further. He set up a static camera in the room where the bodies of the 3 family members were found. Here's what the camera recorded. In the video, you can hear sounds like banging on the garage doors and even see them moving on their own. But the most unsettling part is the appearance of someone or something just standing behind the door in the dark room. Ishikawa's friend, after retrieving his camera and reviewing the footage, spots this figure and is deeply shaken by the sight. He immediately stops the investigation and leaves the house. Later, the new owner of the house, troubled by these occurrences, contacts the Fourth Wall team for assistance. one of the team members decides to stay overnight in the house, and the footage he captures is absolutely horrifying. Watch closely. The man hears a mysterious female voice that startles him, but as he searches the house, he finds it empty. He then sets up night vision cameras around the garage, the same place where the little boy was once confined. After exiting the house, he later retrieves the footage, and what he sees on the recording leaves him utterly shaken. The garage doors begin to shake, and at that moment, a creepy, pale gray figure is seen moving steadily towards the room where 3 family members died. Strangely, while one camera captures the shaking doors, another camera set up on the opposite side doesn't show the entity walking past. It seems that this entity might only be visible to those physically present in the house. So, is this house genuinely haunted? Was the boy locked in the garage for his protection? Or is there more to this eerie story? I'll leave it to you to decide. This eerie video was uploaded to YouTube in 2015 by Leanne Wilkinson. It only says that the footage is from a co-op store's CCTV cameras, taken late at night. Caught on a store's CCTV camera late at night, odd shadows and objects are seen moving around, despite the store being empty. Suddenly, groceries start flying off the shelves by themselves. At the same time, the back door to the storage room starts banging repeatedly, as if something wants to enter or exit. Mysterious dark shadows and objects keep appearing throughout the store. What do you think? Did the CCTV footage capture paranormal activity? Share your thoughts. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. Something very odd and troubling is happening in Peru. The Akitu indigenous tribe has reported encounters with aliens similar to the Predator since July 11th, 2023. According to the villagers, one of these creatures attacked a 15-year-old girl, grabbing her from behind and causing a serious neck injury as she tried to escape. Another man got a head injury from an encounter. The community leader described the aliens as armored like the Green Goblin, unaffected by bullets, and capable of vanishing after being shot. They are described as 7 feet tall, silver, with elongated heads and yellowish glowing eyes, and a red light on their heels that allows them to hover about a meter off the ground. They can also camouflage themselves like the Predator. One night, these beings attacked the villagers, leaving everyone very shaken. Here's an image of the girl and the man injured in these attacks.
Tito, vamos. Ahí está siguiendo la cara. Ya lo vamos a encontrar ahorita. Cállese. Ahí está siguiendo ahí está la gente yendo adelante a buscarles. Aquí está yendo a Chávez. Ya le encontré la cara. Ya le encontré. Ahí te va a encontrar. Por ahí están buscando. Por allá están buscando. Por ahí está un poco de gente. Cállate. Es que tiene bastante cuidado. Ahí está, ahí está. Ya creo que he encontrado el pez en la cara. Ahí está, ya la he encontrado, por allá está un montón de gente, ¿ves? Por ahí, por allá, por allá. Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está.
Cuidado, cuidado, cuidado. 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 Ahí está, cuidado. ¡Oye! ¡Ya está! ¡Uy! ¡Con cuidado!
Oh, ya se ha elevado, ya dice. Ya se ha elevado. Ya se alarga, vuela, escucho, pues no le puede hacer nada. Puta madre, ¿cómo vamos a hacer ahora? Vuela, puta madre, ¿qué le hacemos? Vamos a hacer, puta madre. Es que llama a la policía, al ejército, para que nos vengan a apoyar. Vamos a ver cómo está la familia allá. Los vecinos, cómo están correteando acá.
¡Vamos, vamos!
Está la gente bien preocupada, armada. Que ver. Claro, se está volando, dice. Aquí vamos a ver cómo podemos hacer para seguir.
Esa no te le vas a volar. Ni con las balas no te lo puedes agarrar, porque vuelan.
The villagers are all outside at night, chasing what they believe are creatures lurking around. You can hear shots in the background, but they don't find anything. One of the villagers describes what these creatures look like to the others. On another night, the same situation occurs, but this time, something is visible. Watch closely.
Vete de su huerta, vecino.
In the video, a grayish figure with large eyes is seen hiding among the trees and bushes, causing panic in the village as the distress in the villagers' voices is clearly audible. The locals have started calling these aliens face peelers, and you'll soon see why. There's footage of a man by a riverbank, apparently a victim of one of these attacks, with Peruvian police removing leaves that were covering his face. His face looks like it's been surgically removed with incredible precision. If it were a movie prop, it's very well done, as it looks shockingly realistic. Additionally, the video shows an officer falling over, adding to the realism because it shows the actual weight of a person. The video quality is poor, making it unlikely to be a professional film production. This footage was posted online by a local named Alfredo from Iquitos. He reported seeing a bright light in his garden one night. Thinking someone was there with a flashlight, he went to investigate and encountered a strange humanoid figure emitting such intense light that it lit up his entire garden and was painful to look at. Only 2 photos captured this alien because of the intense light. Another photo taken by someone else on August 9th shows a clearer view of these supposed alien beings. According to the villagers, these entities either emit bright light themselves or are accompanied by glowing orbs. Interestingly, this series of events in Peru coincides with a U.S. Congress hearing on unidentified objects just a few weeks earlier. The local Iquitu tribe has started night patrols to protect their community and has asked for more support from authorities. The Peruvian military has gotten involved, claiming these are just illegal miners using drones with masks to scare the villagers. However, many believe this explanation is a cover-up, suggesting that the technology scene is too advanced for local miners. This situation is made even more intriguing by reports of similar unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, sightings in Brazil, close to Peru. With all this information, what are your thoughts? Are these real alien encounters, a complex hoax involving hundreds of people, or perhaps something else entirely? More updates are expected as the situation develops. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.